Hi guys, it's Lily. I was lucky enough to be bought an embroidery machine for my 30th birthday present. So not this birthday, the birthday before. It was a joint present between my parents, my grandparents, my in-laws and my husband. So they all put together because if you don't know, embroidery machines are really, really expensive. Now that I have one and I've used it, I can see why they're really expensive. This one, in the scheme of things, ended up being a bargain, really, because it was new in the box, but we got it from a guy on eBay. He'd bought it from his mother-in-law, sorry. But then she decided she was going back. Let's try that again. She decided she was going back home to Poland, and she wasn't going to take it with her. So I ended up getting this embroidery machine. You know I'm not going to edit any of this out too, don't you? So we ended up getting this embroidery machine, and it was about £500. It might have been 500 and change. I can't remember, but I know that it was definitely over £500. So everyone put in, and a lot of my family were very generous because it was my 30th. You know, it's quite a big birthday. I got a lot more than I usually would, so I was very lucky. But then we were moving house. We were all packed up when we went to collect it. My husband took me up to Reading to pick it up, because it would have cost a fortune to ship because it was heavy. So we ended up doing a road trip to pick it up. Got it home, had it sitting on the side in the kitchen, still in its box, because all of my fabric and everything else was all packed up. We were waiting to move. We were all packed up waiting for about 6 months, all told. But, you know, these things happen. So we moved. We've been here just over a year. I've been trying to sort my studio out. But as a lot of you know, if you've been with my channel for a while, I am disabled. I've got fibromyalgia, and I have bad days where I can't really function like an adult. I know it could be a lot worse, and I'm very, very blessed that it isn't worse. But that does mean that a lot of my days get written off as fibro days, and I don't get as much done as I would like to. So, although the studio is really starting to shape up how I want it, and as soon as I am done with how I want it to look, then I can do you a tour, which I'm quite excited about. But I'm not there yet. I've had a huge clear out over the last couple of weeks, not just of craft stuff, but of just stuff in general, and I figured if it's still been packed and it's not been touched in over a year, then you don't need it anymore. So I'm selling some of the clothes on eBay, and like bags and accessories and stuff. I'm selling some paper pads on eBay, and there was a load of craft bits that is going to a friend of mine. So had a big overhaul, and I've now got more space to organise stuff, and that meant that I had space to test out my embroidery machine, which has been sat there desperate to be used, but I've been quite scared of it, to be honest. I'm completely self-taught when it comes to sewing. I did a textiles GCSE at school. What would that be? I left school 15 years ago. Wow, I'm old. So everything since just doing that has been self-taught, and honestly the embroidery machine, in comparison to the sewing machine and the overlocker that I have, it makes it look like a toy. You know, it's a bulk standard calculator versus a space shuttle. There's so much packed into that embroidery machine. If you're wondering, it is a Brother SE400, and it was an import from the States. I've only ever found one other one of that particular model already in this country, and it was going for nearly £900. So you can see why it was such a bargain at 500 and something. So now I've got it and I've learnt a lot more about it. Yay for insomnia. It meant that I was sat up at 1 o'clock in the morning learning how to use my machine. But, you know, if you can't sleep, you may as well get up and do something productive with it. And that's what I did. And then once I'd learnt all the basics, I realised that I'd exhausted my brain enough to be able to sleep. So it was a win-win. I've made quite a few bits and pieces, but I just wanted to show you these because they're really cute. I got these patterns from a website called Urban Threads. I'll put the link, sorry, in the description box. If you want to check them out, they do both machine embroidery and hand embroidery. Obviously, you have to purchase these designs, but I spoke to the owner and she said that she's very happy for anybody to sell anything that they make with the designs, but obviously not to sell or share the files, you know, the embroidery machine files, because that's, you know, that's their what their shop is for. So but no, she was very nice, and she said it was cool that, you know, if I'm going to sell anything that I make using their designs. So, yay! Check them out. They do have some awesome things. I have a wish list as long as my street, I think, of all the things that I want to buy from there. I'm hoping to be able to pick up 2 or 3 designs every month, but we'll see how that goes. I guess it depends how much I sell on eBay. This little guy, isn't he cute? He's the Giving Bunny, and this pattern is free. Whether you want it as a machine pattern or a hand embroidery pattern, this is free. So if you go onto their site, as I said, the link will be in the description box. There is categories on the left hand side of the home page, and one of them is freebies, and the Giving Bunny is under that. So it's just this really cute, you see like the size of him, really cute bunny that you can make a little soft plushie, and you embroider his little eyes, nose and bit of mouth. And I've just dressed him in an offcut of fleece to give him a scarf. Obviously you could make a little clothes for him, or a little hat. You could do anything really to decorate him, but I've made quite a few of these and they're just adorable. So that's the Giving Bunny, and I was making monsters as well. Got this little guy, and he did come with some other files so that you could cut out horns for him and hands, I think it was. But I quite liked him just like that. So that is all of this is embroidered on, and I made him in some black denim. And I played around with colouring, and I made 2 in corduroy, which I just had in my fabric stash. So I just changed the colouring on them. And then all of this stitching This blanket stitching I did by hand, and that's using hemp thread. And then we have this little guy who's another felt one. So all of this is embroidered, and his little face is all embroidered. So they're super cute, absolutely adorable. I've bought some files for skeleton animals. I've got one other to show you. Excuse the creaky chair. And that's this little guy who is super cute. Yeah, like I said, there is some files for skeleton animals, and I've got the cat one, which is this one. I think I've got the bat, the bunny, and the unicorn. And I've found some black fleece because he is made out of black denim fabric, and he was quite tricky to turn inside out, you know, to stitch up and stuff and whatnot, because the fabric is quite rigid, and because there's not much of him, you don't have a lot of give in the fabric, because there's not that much fabric to give in the first place, if you know what I mean. So I have dug out some black fleece, and I'm going to have another go with putting these onto the black fleece. I think the next one I'm going to make is a unicorn. I've got the skull unicorn, so like this with the little skeleton, and I've got the ordinary plushy unicorn as well. So I thought I'd share those with you. That's what's been keeping me busy, and I will be selling these when I eventually get my Etsy shop up and running. We're almost there, which is really very exciting. So as soon as it is actually live, I will do another video to let you guys know where to find me, and I will be offering a it's not going to be a coupon code, but I'm going to offer a freebie to anybody that is a subscriber of my channel. But there'll be more of that in another video, so I won't go into details now. So there we have it. That is what's been keeping me busy. Keep your eyes peeled on my channel for the launch video for the Etsy shop. I hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day, whatever it is that you are up to. And I hope the sun is shining for you like it is for me right now. It's beautifully sunny outside. A bit breezy, but it's lovely. So I think I shall go take my book and read in the garden for a little bit. Okay guys, take care, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you later. Bye!